Hello, this is me,
JDJ Inside, and I'm doing a video about finding a computer in the street. I don't often find computer hardware, and I did find something a couple of weeks ago, so I decided to make a video about it, and this video was recorded by me when I just literally dragged this thing about a half a mile. I was out shopping and I was carrying loads of stuff, and I found this computer and I thought, oh, I'll have that. So I brought it back and I made this video, and it was really dirty, full of muck. There was this funny thing stuck to the top of the power supply unit. I didn't know what the machine was, whether it worked or not, and it seemed like it was in one piece because it had the side panels, power supply, there was a hard drive in it. I had no idea about the condition other than it was just very heavily used, and it looked like it was more or less in one piece. So I'm just kind of doing a very quick sort of assessment of whether it's even worth, trying to switch it on, whether it'll work. And there's a graphics card in there. It doesn't look like it was original to the machine. This was a gaming rig of some kind, and I wasn't sure of the date. I was thinking 2009, 2012, that kind of era, and trying to find out what the actual machine was. It's a micro ATX motherboard, MSI. And the case was a Zalman case, which I did look into that, and they still exist. They still make cases now. They're pretty high end. It said it had an AMD graphics card on the front there, and it had an Intel processor, and that remote is to do with the lighting. There's lighting inside of it and fan control. So it's a fairly modest sort of gaming rig, and I had no clue if it was working or not, or even exactly what the CPU was. I was thinking more like a Core 2 Duo or Core 2 Quad, something like that. Otherwise, it looks like it was more or less in one piece, and just very dirty and heavily used. And so whoever owned it didn't clean it hardly ever. I wasn't sure how long it had been in storage, or if it had been used recently. I don't think it had been used at least for a couple of years. And the back of it had fairly modern stuff like DVI as well as SVGA, and PS2s on it, a keyboard, graphics card of course with HDMI, so it wasn't really ancient, let's say before Core 2 Duo era, so it's not Pentium D or Pentium 4.
If it even works, the hard drive. What's the hard drive on it? I don't know what the hard drive is.
And a mechanical hard drive as well, which, and for the era this was, I think this would have been like 2000 at the time, 2009, 2010. A mechanical hard drive would have been pretty standard at the time, I would have thought. Quite a lot of storage as well, a lot of SATA, there's no IDE. There was some Molex power stuff on it, but not a lot of that. Many fans, there was about 9 fans on this thing.
Might work if it's completely hammered. I'm going to set this up and then plug it into the monitor, and I'll just see. It might just go bzz, bzz, or nothing.
Load of storage space, so like 6-7 hard drives and about 5 optical drives. So
right, moment of truth. I plugged it into the mains. There's a switch here. If it does anything, it'll go or something. Okay, so here it is. Oh, it did something. It's on. It's running. It's running. It's running. Now, the thing is, I had unplugged the HDMI because it's HDMI on this. It's running. Well, that means it's actually working then. It's working.
So it did seem like it was posting, or running at least. If the power supply had been damaged, like they can burn out, then it wouldn't be doing anything at all. So that was a good sign.
I bet it's a Core 2 bloody Duo, any money. Okay, it's working. Okay, it's got an hard drive on it. I don't know what it's probably doing something. I don't know. Right, I have a television. It's found this in the street about 5 years ago. It's a 720. I put it on. There's a power on button here. There it is. Please give me a signal. It's running. I don't know if it's capable. I'm not gone done yet. Damn. It has this thing, but I've got no remote for it. And you gotta go up and down with these. What is it, sir? Is it that one? See, HDMI, there it is. Oh, there it is, there it is. Reboot and select proper boot device. Insert media, inserted boot device, press a key.
That is a standard reply that works when you don't have anything plugged in. Or the SATAs can be funny actually if they get dirty, so they don't like conduct properly. That's what that is. You can rectify it by just cleaning it with a vacuum cleaner.
Let's try pressing a bunch of keys now. Right, I have a PS2 keyboard and it's responded to the key press. So I press that. I get this, it didn't do anything on the USB. Maybe the BIOS battery might be flat. Alright, I'm going to have to come back when I've discovered what's the matter with it. I think it's the BIOS battery, so we'll come back on that. Alright, so no luck with changing the BIOS battery, it makes no difference. I'm going to pull out the hard drive. I don't know how big this is. How big is it? Big reveal. It's Hitachi. What is it? Oops, damn it. October 2008. Oh, it's a bit old, isn't it? I don't know what it is. Because it's I think it's capacity 1 terabyte.
This was a hard drive that had been changed out. Someone had actually put this in. I know that this machine was actually later than the hard drive.
11. So this might be an older hard drive that they put in. It's possible. They don't really go.
It seems like the actual graphics card wasn't original either to the machine, so that was someone's basically taken the good stuff out and then put older or lower grade components in it.
I'm going to have to investigate because I don't know. It's very dirty. It smells a bit nasty, like a cat's urinated on it or something. But other than that, it could be. I don't know what it is, so I'll have to take it to pieces and just clean all the connectors because they're probably a bit dirty. And then this hard drive may have failed. I don't know. So, but it's just. So I don't know what's on it even. It won't boot basically, so if that's why it was thrown away, that and the fact that it's probably quite old, it'd be good for spares. And it's got a graphics card on it, an AMD one. I don't know what, it doesn't look very high end though to me, that. What kind of memory it's got on it. Let's take it out and have a look. What memory is this? Is this memory, sir? Crucial. I can't see what that is. 2 gigs, so it's about 4 gig total on it. DDR3, so that's got to be either Core 2 Duo, late Core 2 Duo, early Core 2 Quad, or an iSeries. DDR3. DDR3. I can't see this without looking. Doesn't say how fast it is, but it is branded memory. Branded memory. DDR3, so that's 4 gig on it, I think, if that's got 2 slots on it. MSI motherboard. It's an MSI motherboard. I'm taking the fan off just to see because it's very dirty. Oh, that's very dirty. Look at the state of that. So I've heard of them, they're not terrible fans. That is very dirty, that. That is very... Oh my god, it's got its own ecosystem. Look at that. Ooh. Get that off of there. Get that off. Look at that. That's very heavily used, that is. I want to get this off. If it comes off in one big go, that's even easier. Wow, look at that. That is some serious use this has had. It's dirty. Absolutely filthy. Yeah, get it out, all that dust. That's not too bad. I do have a brush, one of these hub chips, and what they did, they put a PCH on it. I could be honest, could be a Core 2 Quad, but I don't think it is. This looks iSeries to me. MSI, they're fairly well known. It's DDR3. It seems very late for a Core 2 Duo Quad.
Because I was wondering what the actual machine was, and turns out the metal heatsink there, the silver one, is what is on top of the PCH, which is an I-series thing. Looks like it's... See, that looks like the PCH there. They don't have a North Bridge anymore. That's integrated inside the processor. So, I could be wrong. It could be a bloody Pentium D for all I know. Because I'd have to... It seems weird because it's kind of modern with all this modular business, with this fans with all the lights on it and stuff. Oh my god, it's like some 1970s aircon system in a shopping centre, that. Ooh. It was very dirty, that was. I hadn't cleaned it at all, so this must have run for several years. And doesn't do the fans any good because it wears the bearings out. Some of that dirt porn. Look at this. Look at these. So that's the fans have the LED light inside of them, so that was quite nice. I was thinking about taking them out, but actually it turns out you can actually turn them off with the remote, so they don't have to run all the time. What's going on with this thing here? I don't know what this is. It's so crazy. It's full of... It's very heavily used. But that does look very I-series. I'm thinking this is a Sandy Bridge. Or it could be a Nehalem, which is first gen. Could be first gen. There's a lot of those regulators like that. I think this is a personal, a second gen I-series. Personally, I think it is. Just because I can't get it to go past the post screen, it doesn't let me have that. Yeah. What are these things are plugged in the back? What's that? There's a funny thing with these USBs going from... And those holes are for a cooling system, for a water cooling system, and they used a USB 3 cable extension for the front port, so that's all that is. Could be, there's a penny. And there was a penny inside of the computer case, which is funny. Right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to hoover it because it's really disgusting, dirty. Then I hoovered it out, and this is just a good idea because there's a lot of dust mites and stuff. And it was so dirty, it really did need 100% cleaning on the inside. It must have been used for quite a few years and nobody ever cleaned it, so that's really bad. So after I've hoovered the case, I've got the main... The fans, what I did was, they were so dirty that I used Windowline, which is like window cleaner, and a cotton bud, and basically just went round and removed all the dirt from the inside of it. Now what happened was, when I cleaned all of the fans, which I only cleaned a few initially, then I ended up cleaning a whole lot of them. So I had to basically take it to pieces a second time and then wash the case. There was two filters which I did clean initially, but then I ended up washing them and then re-cleaning the fans again because it still smelled like either dog or just a kind of animal smell. So I had to go and clean them again. It was deep cleaning required. So this wasn't enough for what I was doing here. I ended up having to do it all over again. It was so bad. And this machine must have not been cleaned in 6 or 7 years of use. So what happens is when the fans are under, or the machine's under load, because it's an unlocked processor, it makes the fans run really hard when you do anything, so that kind of makes it worse. This really is absolutely, compared to the weight of the... This machine goes very fast with the fans, so that just makes it collect more dirt and dust, so these fans must be pulling a lot of air. over the heat sinks. That's probably why it got so dirty.
It's never been cleaned ever. Because it's the CPU fan, I'll just clean it because it's like, well, it's not a bad idea because it needs to be.
And the CPU fan seemed to be okay. There was only one fan that actually did go wrong. It was the rear case fan, which has a rattling noise, which is the bearings. So taking them out, cleaning them was just a good idea anyway.
Not that important, I suppose. I didn't want to disturb the seating of the CPU thing because just to find out what it is, and I've got no thermal paste that will make it more likely to fail. So. Filthy, dirty, bloody computer. Absolutely caked in crap. The back seat is not so much dirty because this is the back of the blade, and apparently what happens is if you don't clean the blades of your fans, they become unevenly laden, and then the bearings begin to wear unevenly, and you get like a kind of a purring noise, and it eventually just fails. So it's fairly clean. I mean, it's like, there we are. There's more than 5 fans. There's one here in the front. There's one there. There's one there, so that's 2. There's one under there for the PSU, that's 3. There's 4, 5, 6, 7 if you include. There's 2 in each side of the panels. I don't know what this machine is, but I suspect it's either a first or a second gen i-series. But the thing that's a mystery is, why is the hard drive 2008? But that could be just because it's been replaced with an older one. But if it is 2008, it's first gen i-series, I think, but I could be wrong. Core 2 quad, and it has early DDR3 on it. And so DDR3 was available for the last of the Core 2 quad machines around 2008, 9, around that time. So this is, I don't know what it is. So anyway, here's the thing put back in. I'm missing a screw on the corner, but it doesn't matter. So yeah, that's nice and clean. It was very, very dirty, caked in a lot of crap. This fan here, this white one, you can't see because I've got this thing on a tripod. Here is this one. This is very dirty. I might have to remove this and clean it. It's one of the main case fans nearest the CPU. The rest of it is like fairly not too bad, a little bit dirty. I don't know what this is, so I keep saying I don't know what it is because it hasn't posted to tell me what it is. I could Google that designation there, that 861MP31W8MSI. It might be able to tell me what it is. But yeah, I'm going to come back when I've taken this fan off because it's disgusting. I don't know what all this funny business here with these is. This is funny. What is that thing? What is that? What is that a thing?
I think that'd have an internal header, but it didn't. That was all routed through the back where the water cooling would be if you had water cooling. Kind of lazy of them to have just routed it through there like that.
Oh, there. Oh dear, that's dirty. Well, hold on, just check that. Let's plug straight into that. Is very dirty.
These are 12cm fans.
Okay, so for your delectation, a very dirty case fan. Extremely dirty, look at that. That is very dirty. Look at the state of it. I'll break out the cotton buds again and the windowline. That is absolutely, can't see because of the lighting, but yep, that's dirty. That's very, you know what I should really do is wipe it with a cloth, because that is, then there's the clean-ish and then there's the dirty.
be this dirty, what they'll do is they'll just explain them, basically. Failed fan is enough to kill a computer with CPU anyway, so... I don't know why I've got so many fans, but that means it's not bloody on. I mean, is this a Pentium V? Am I dealing with like a Chrysler or something? Yeah, what is this? Supposed to be the very last yet first architecture of the Pentium 4 type machines made in Precedent 2008. It's good to see that, Pentium V, maybe. I don't mind if it was, because I always wanted a Chrysler. It's two Prescott cores, they shrunk them when they did, what do they call them? They were Cedar Mills, which is dice shrunk Prescott 6 to 1 mm. And they let it kick out a vast amount of heat. Kind of clean, I suppose. How does that look? If it's a Chrysler, I'll be quite happy with a Chrysler, actually. There's only one other core TGR because we've got two of them already. How's it got?
I have a feeling that a cat urinated, or somebody urinated, something urinated on it like a cat, because it smells somewhat a little bit funny. So here comes the window leading in. I don't know, but there's this whole bottom area with a big... We've got the CP... If you like it dirty, there's a fan. Things are screw in there. I really don't want to mess with the PSU, really. Does that come off then? Does it come off? I don't know how these... Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh. Wow. Take a look at that. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? Look at that. Nobody's cleaned this. This thing has got to be at least a decade old. Just take my arms and the worms. There it is. It's been in there since the Neolithic era. Where does that come out then? I won't take it out to clean it. I'll just clean it with some of the it smells funny from this angle. Okay, and the fan in there, as you can see, is it dripped in? So after much grappling, I got these in. Mostly getting it aligned because of the... So that's in. How did it go? That way? I don't know which way round it went now. Let's just hit here, sir. Oh man. Yep. I've never had a computer with a filter on it. World's first for me. Right, there it is. That is clean. Now, oh, back hurts. This PSU is... I don't want to take that to pieces and clean that. I'll leave that for another time. There's a flipping screw in there. I have cleaned that fan at the bottom, the CPU fan, and I haven't put that one back in. I forgot to put that one back in. Where is that fan gone? I've lost the fan. I don't know which way around it went. I think it was... Well, I don't... blowing air in, wouldn't it? Oh man alive, I don't know which way around. Assuming that they seem to be facing... Oh bloody hell, I've got a can of worms here, it really is. What? Oh dear. Was it that way? Or was it the other way? I think it went that way, but I don't know. Yeah, I think it went like that. Or something. Yeah. No, there's like a dust pattern. So I think it went, yeah, like that. It went like in there, like this way. So I don't know which way around the... I think it went like that then. Great. Like that then, or something like it. I don't know. Right, I've finished messing with the fans, and I'm going to put it back on. See if it works. And there's a thing there, isn't there? That's because it's not plugged in. Easy, very easy mistake to make. I've not got the hard drive in it. Reboot and select proper media
Reboot and select proper boot device, or insert media in selected boot device.
I'm going to try with a Linux. Does optical drive work? Optical drive does work. I'm going to try and brute force it with a Linux distro, because see what, try Windows XP Home install disk. Remember these? Oh my god, it's so amazing. Right. Stick that in your drive.
Didn't know if it would actually accept any input at all.
I was doing something. It's reading that disk. It's reading the Windows XP Home Edition CD-ROM. So it's capable of doing that then. I'm not going to install it because I haven't got the hard drive when I took it out. This is probably to do with the fact that the computer is incompatible with Windows XP. I found one DVD that I did, a burn DVD, and it's got Puppy Linux on it. So I'm just trying to work out what the machine is. I need a mouse. I've got a mouse. What's this funny intro? There we are. Yeah, do that. It'll tell me what it is. It'll tell me what it is on the boot up. It just gives me this funny error. I don't know what the error is. It's like it's waiting for a drive to be available or something. I have to look into this online because I don't know what the actual machine is. Okay, it's taking an absolute age. About, oh, there it is. It took a while. Got a mouse plugged in. Mouse. Hardware information. Please tell me what it is. It's an i series 3.5. That's an Ivy Bridge. I think it's an Ivy Bridge. What is it? It's an i5 3570. I've got a Dell Vostro 470. That's a 34 something or other. 3450. This is it's an i series. Ivy Bridge 3rd gen. I'm quite relieved because I thought it might have been a Core 2 quad. What is the matter with it?
So there's the fan. There's the one I've cleaned earlier. That's the main case there. CPU. And then we've got the bottom. There's another one there. And the top ones I haven't cleaned them yet, but they've got lights on them. And the optical is there, so it's like,
there it is. An Ivy Bridge. Which I'm quite happy. Quite happy with Ivy Bridges. i5, 4 cores, 4 gig DDR3, and probably a bit of a budget-y kind of graphics card on it. And it does work. It does post. It's got 500 watt PSU on it, and the hard drive was. I don't think it's original then. If this is, it's a nice hard drive, but that's a bit early because I know that Ivy Bridges were not out before 2012, so that's been swapped out. 1 terabyte Desk Star or Ultra Star. These are really nice. These are. I don't know if that works. It did whir up. It's got the old double, so you can either have SATA or you can have the Molex, but don't put them together because you damage it. But that, I assume it works. It did seem like it was doing something, but it's not. This is not the problem because I've still got the problem with the. It won't get past the not even post, but it's not doing it right. But it seems like it's working, so that's a good find. Just it smells of cat's urine or something, so I'll have to clean these fans a bit more. It's not completely clean. There's one in the front, 2 at the top I haven't cleaned, and then these side panels have got a fan in each side. I've never seen that before. It's a whole lot of fans for these sort of vents on the side of it. Yeah, it's like an overkill. It doesn't need this amount of fan. Yeah, I'll just stop here because I'm going to try and work out why it is it's not posting, getting past that startup. And I'll make another video when I've done that. So I'll stop here. Thank you for watching. I'll be back in another video. Till then, bye.